Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be kind of a story time, and I decided I just wanted to sit in my car. Sorry that I look an absolute mess. I just got back from the gym, so I'm like red and my hair is gross, but that's fine. I had originally planned on making a video once a week, posting on like Wednesday probably, and last week there were some unforeseen events that happened in my town, and I was unable to post a video because I had no internet. So yeah, I didn't have internet for a hot minute. So that's why my next video is now, but hopefully I'll be doing a video every Wednesday from now on. So yeah, I'm just gonna be telling you all about all that. In my last video, I know I said that I moved back to Tennessee, and I'm sure most of you, probably all of you, have seen on the news that there were some devastating tornadoes that hit Tennessee, and that was last Tuesday. It was at 1 in the morning, so like Monday night, Tuesday morning, around then, and it was really bad. And I don't think anybody knew how bad it was because it was in the middle of the night. It was pitch black. Like, all the power lines went out. Nobody had power. And so nobody really knew how bad it was until the morning. But I had gone to sleep Monday night at like 12:30. And it was barely raining at all. Like, just a little drizzle. And I didn't know that there was supposed to be a storm because I don't have cable and I don't really watch the news. It's not really what I like to watch, so I had no idea that there was a storm coming. And so at like 1:15 I woke up, me and Corey woke up, our roommate was knocking on our door at 1:15, 45 minutes after we had just went to bed. And I woke up, he's knocking on the door. It is insane outside. Like, thunderstorms, you hear thunder, you'd see flashes of lightning. The wind was going crazy. Like, it sounded awful. It was so loud. And I heard like some kind of alarm. I couldn't tell what it was. It didn't sound like the town tornado warning like siren, because I've heard that before and that's not what that sounded like. It kind of sounded like a fire alarm maybe, I don't know, but it wasn't very loud, so I had no idea what was going on. And he was like, hey, like, there's a tornado, y'all need to take cover. I found out later that at 1:15, like at that time that we had just woken up, was when it was hitting our exit, and we live right off the interstate, so it was hitting our exit right when we woke up and like went to the bathroom and started getting like shoes and jackets just in case we needed it. So it happened like so fast, and I looked at my phone. I had a bunch of text messages from like family members and friends and stuff like that, and so I started texting people, making sure they were okay. I tried to like Google the weather and see how bad it was, but I guess some of the cell towers went out because I didn't have service, like hardly at all. I could barely send the text messages. It would take forever for them to go through. And I have an iPhone, so like most of them went through as text message, not iMessage. That's how you know you really don't have service. But our power was out too, so we had no internet, no power. We were using flashlights. I don't know why I didn't light my candles. I have 1,000 candles, but I just used my flashlight. And we got all of our blankets and pillows and went into the bathroom and just sat there. And I was trying to text everybody I knew that like was watching the weather, that could watch the weather. So they were keeping me updated on like where the tornado was. So I was texting people I knew that were in the area of where it kept going, and I would text them, make sure that they were okay. I had a friend that was on vacation, so I texted her to make sure her family was okay. And yeah, I just stayed up forever trying to check on people, and every time I would get like just a sliver of cell service, I would like get on Facebook, get on Google, start looking things up, seeing how bad it was, seeing what people were saying. And I would just like screenshot a post if I saw like pictures or anything, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to find it again. So I would just screenshot everything I found. I'll insert like pictures and stuff that I have so that you can see how bad it was. But I don't think anybody realized how bad it was because, I mean, it was dark. It was in the middle of the night. Nobody knew anything. Self-service was out. You couldn't watch the news, so nobody really knew anything. So everybody was like, okay, sounds a little bit better. I'm just gonna go back to bed. And I was like, I don't think I can sleep right now. Like, that was crazy. There's a tornado. I don't know how bad it is. Like, I can't go to sleep. And I kept trying, I kept trying and trying to figure it out, text people. I was just trying to keep track of it as much as I possibly could. And eventually I just passed out. It was like 3:30, I think, when I eventually passed out. And then I woke back up at 6 in the morning. And Corey was getting ready for work, and I was like, you're going to work? We don't even have power still? Like, why are you going to work? And he was like, well, I still gotta go to work. I was like, okay, go for it. And I just still had no cell service. We still did not have any power. So that's like 5.5 hours without power at this point. And so a few hours later, me and my roommate decided to go and drive around and look and see how bad it was, because I still couldn't look anything up. I still didn't have self-service, whatever. And so we started driving around, and it was crazy. Like, there were a lot of roads you couldn't go on because there were trees falling down in the middle of the road, or power lines and the poles that they're on were in the road. Houses picked up and moved. There were like, one area we went, those little like sheds that people buy and put in their backyard for storage was literally like picked up and put in the road. And like those little half buildings that people like park under, that thing was flipped up on top of a house. And there were guardrails and trees. There were trees like, and their roots ripped out of the ground, thrown in the road, everywhere, debris everywhere. It was really bad. Like, we saw some crazy stuff, houses completely gone, roofs gone, like, so much. It was crazy. And so, we just kept driving around. I kept checking on people. And that was over a week ago, because it happened on the 3rd, technically, because it was in the middle of the night, on Tuesday, really, really early in the morning, and it's Wednesday the 10th. So it's been 7 days, and there's still people without power. Like, still without power. And they have been working like crazy to try and get it back up and running. I didn't have Wi-Fi until like 3 days ago. We were out of Wi-Fi for like 4 or 5 days. That's why I'm not uploading until now. But it was crazy to see everything. And you see that this happens to other states and cities on like the news and stuff, and you see how bad a tornado can, like, the kind of destruction it can do. But it doesn't hit you the same unless it happens to your town and you like see how bad it is and drive past all the destruction every day. It's just crazy to think about. Like, it's insane. And it didn't even hit my town as bad as it hit other towns. Like Nashville downtown got hit pretty bad, and then the worst of it hit Cookeville. Here was like an EF3. Cookeville was an EF4, which is a really bad tornado. And I'm pretty sure there were multiple tornadoes. I don't really know exactly, but it ranged from like Nashville all the way to Cookeville. I live like right here. If Nashville's right here, I live like right here. And from me to Cookeville is an hour. So from like Nashville to Cookeville would be like an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. It covered that much ground. It was on the ground for like an hour and a half, going like 50, 60 miles an hour. It was like 3 miles wide. It was insane. And the people in Cookeville, I feel so bad for them. They didn't even get an alert on their phone until after it had hit them. They had no idea. Completely no idea. And I heard stories of people who know people there. This one neighborhood, after it hit, all you heard was people screaming and crying for help, covered in blood, handing their babies to people, saying like, save my baby. Like, that is a scene out of a movie. That is insane. That is crazy. And my heart goes out to all of them because that is just so sad. And I think the death, what's it called? The death count, or the fatality count? I don't really know what it's called, but there was 25 people that died from Nashville to Cookeville, from the tornado, and a lot of them, it was because they were asleep. And I will say, it's kind of a good and a bad thing that it came at night. I mean, there's no good that can come out of a tornado, but what I'm saying is it could have been worse, because if it had come during the day, I think they would have had a lot more fatalities and a lot more injuries, because there were like 4 or 5 schools that got completely destroyed. So if it had come during the day, it would have hurt or killed tons of children, and that would have just been terrible. So it's really good that that didn't happen, but at the same time, it coming in the middle of the night sucks because you're sleeping. People don't always hear their phone alarms going off, like the alerts going off, so a lot of people just didn't know and slept through it and didn't know to take cover. So there's no good time to have a tornado, but there's a brighter side to it and a darker side to it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so I think that's really the extent of it. They're still working on cleaning everything up. There are tons and tons of people volunteering to help. Like, the community has come together in such a great way to kind of help everybody out. I'm going to be donating a lot of stuff. So many people have been out just working so hard to help the people who have nothing left. And I'm going to put information down in the description on how you can donate either money or clothes or necessities, like anything like that, where you can take it or send it, links, numbers to call, all kinds of things, anything I can find. I'm going to put that down below in case anybody's interested in helping out for disaster relief. That would be very helpful. But yeah, I'm going to have all of that down below. And yeah, I know a lot of celebrities have donated a lot. I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift donated like $1 million. That is insane. $1 million. That's really nice of her. And I know that all the people that are receiving the money from that are extremely thankful, because there are a lot of people that have literally nothing left. So if you're interested in donating, I will have all that down below. And yeah, that is my little story time for today. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching and listening to me talk for 15 minutes. So like this video, share with people on how they can donate if they are interested in helping all the people that lost their homes and everything that they owned, basically. So yeah, get the word out. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.